and she just was like, you know what, never mind, just leave from here. So she leaves herself.
Real quick, so she dated somebody that don't like kids, but she has kids. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have ever dated someone who didn't like kids and you had kids or wanted kids. Like, is that a deal breaker for you? I know if I had kids, it would be a deal breaker for me. Like, it would be no conversation left to be had. If I have kids and you don't like kids, we're never going to go anywhere. Now, y'all also let me know if you guys deal with people who don't like kids and you have kids, but you know in the back of your mind that this is for a nice fun time, not a long time though. Like, I just want to kick it. I want to do adult things. I want to have fun. I want to go out. We're going to date, whatever. But I don't have intentions on him meeting my kids or my kid, and I don't have intentions on this lasting no longer than a couple of months. Like, you guys do things just for fun, I guess like you said, knowing that the person that you're having fun with doesn't like things and you have things or you desire to have things. Let me know down in the comments.
I with my mom, and then she goes up again. So she decided apparently prior going to the movies, they make a pit stop at his apartment.
Okay.
So they're in the apartment, and from what I understand, while they're in the apartment, at some point she ends up going to the bathroom. And while she ends up going to the bathroom, there's a knock at the door. And from what I understand, prior going to the movies, they make a quick stop at his apartment.
Okay.
So they're in the apartment, and from what I understand, while they're in the apartment, at some point she ends up going to the, and while she ends up going to the bathroom, there's no.
The moments.
The back of him. And when she was shot, that's how she was. So they go back there to the bathroom and shoot her twice, once in the upper left arm and then down in the torso. And then they leave. So with them leaving, I guess neighbors heard gunshots, but never called 911. I guess maybe they wouldn't be involved in what happened. So we find out the boyfriend and girlfriend who committed the crime called some crackheads and had them go back into the apartment and take his phone and my sister's phone. He paid them X amount of dollars to go in there and take the phones. So they go in, take the phones. They don't take any money. They don't take anything else that's in there. They literally take the phones. And then the girl that took the phone then does an anonymous phone to 911. Says that my mom said that she woke up out of her sleep, and when she woke up out of her sleep, she had just like this feeling. So when she looked, she saw that my sister, wasn't there and didn't come home. So she called her phone, and she said, when she called it the first time, the phone rang. It rang until it went to the voicemail. No answer. She said she waited a few minutes, and then she called the phone again. And when she called the phone again, the phone immediately went to voicemail. So at that point, I'm thinking they had already got a hold of the phones, and then maybe turned the phones off so that, I don't know, maybe something with the locations or what have you. So So my mom says, even though she was feeling ill, it was late at night, so she went to sleep. So as she goes to sleep, there is a knock at the door. And so follow for part two. That's right. College basketball. This is great. Page what she really said. It's from the West. What you look like is there was for John and mom's biggest thing. So she thought that she beat something and she wasn't sure. So again, because so she gets that and she goes to the door and she says, who is it? And when she says, who is it? The two detectives that see her so she
Yo, what's up? My bad, I miss you, bro. Eating, we gambling, might get some 2K on. Yeah. Oh, you brown. Man, you see my shit silver, nigga. Stop playing with me. Trying to get to that gold plate.
she's basically saying like, well, I've been calling her, the phone did ring, but now it's in the voicemail. And then she basically breaks down the situation. She met this guy, and then he came to pick her up, and he was supposed to be taking her to movies. And she went off with this guy, and she hasn't heard from her since. She started calling her like around 11:45 midnight that night, and was going, it rains a little bit, and she started calling her again, and was interested. So, long story short, um, they asked her, at this point, she tells him, like, that's you. And like, basically, because this all this about, and she's really frustrated because he was having to touch his they asked him, was the so, at some point, they had in a conversation, they asked her to sit down. And so, when she goes to sit down, and when she goes to sit down, they proceed to tell her that my sister just gone wrong. At this point, when they tell her that, Sammy doesn't believe like she does not believe that they just killed her that her name is me. You need to pay my phone, but at this point she's going to call me. She's like, I'm not doing you. I'm not doing it. I don't understand what's going on. You're talking about something. And at the same time, my sister Sasha, who was sleeping at the time, who was in the house. So at this point, I can't, but it's I'm 30 months making money. I had enough for interest in the number. So, I didn't know the gym. I had this money virus. Always my on it. And you're extremely close. And it's not on it. So it's banging. And once I remember, like it was yesterday, I said, it's raining on the night scene, and it actually, I was in the zone. It was raining, right so much that you barely off the night scene and to the further. And so when I picked up the phone to make it was my aunt, and I literally, like, doing all, I'm just like, sorry, like, I don't just, like, I really, that, without my knowledge. So, I'm gonna it's just a little issue. I'm just like, what? Now, key parts of this. I know this sounds absolutely insane, but years prior to my sister's unlighting, I had a dream that she was unalive in a village. And I remember I called her on the phone and she couldn't answer for hours. And when she finally answered the phone, I literally cursed her out like, I didn't answer that phone. Like, I've been calling you, I had this dream, was worried, yada yada. So it's crazy that exactly 2 years to the date of that dream, my sister was unalive. So I get myself, like, I jump up, I'm like, like, ooh, sorry, I can't have it because I was like, oh, I don't think about this. That means if you say anything like that, that means somebody has to talk to that.
a dream where it was literally like, okay, 2 years ago, I had a dream where such and such had passed away. And then now, 2 years later, they actually have passed away. I have never experienced that. I mean, I don't have those kind of dreams, and I don't want to. But I don't really have those kind of dreams. I mean, I'm trying to think, but I don't want to lie. But I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that. I have some, but it's so crazy that like, I'm feeling like whatever. But yeah, if I ever do that, I'll definitely cancel those dreams with courage. I used to have some paralysis, and I prayed my way out of it. I haven't been. So yeah, in the beginning, it used to scare me. I used to get scared. Then I started turning myself out of it. I mean, it's like this point where I got pushed. I'm like, seriously, again, and you can tell me again. So I think it's about, I think it's the paralysis to go on, and yeah, I cast that stuff away out. I cast that stuff out. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know that if they are still not doing anything. And I sit together, everything like that. It almost imposes I fall into my job and I let them know that I'm not because something happened to me and my siblings. That is all I say. So the thing is mine, and I know that now it's in the house, it's about a 45-minute ride to my mom and it's in the next. And I'm like, that's why I'm up there. And when I'm looking, I'm thinking, not that this is legit, but I'm thinking, like, there's really that. Like, this is like, I just tell me that people should be okay, and people should be employed. Like, we're not super hands away with no I get on the room and I look up the news in my own set, and it's male and female sounds, so like, and it's crazy because like, when I'm like, should be reading. Part three. Part three, and my sister was she had 3 years ago. So to jump off in that was I'm writing up, I see the article and it's still investigating. It's like, no, there's really this, this kind of thing. So, get up to the city on the guts and bones, and I get there and my mom is just, I felt how she was like she hurt me. And, my nephew was there again as a person. And, he's bouncing around and bopping around. And my mom starts one of the things that the detectives, and it's not just her and these different things, but it doesn't seem to however, they change looks and go to the hospital to ID the body. So this point me all in the car, which is very and my nephew and I said reached out to my sister. I had different dads, so the other thing she had other things just like I reached out to see her dad's side of the family. And bring it out so we can up to the hospital. So to get to the hospital, the crazy part is if I told them person that I hold into my job, when I hold into my job, it's what I get matter, which to this day I'm still disgusted. It really my bones are. They literally investigate chatting, are you? And like trying to find out information and all this other stuff they got out. Mind you, this is 5 minutes later, nothing even in the sun that I live in. When we get to the hospital, we walk in and the craziest thing happens. We go to security and we tell them how we're there. I gave the security my ID and everything like that, which is crazy, is the phone rang as I see them. As I'm sitting there, guys, basically, because I'm a little short because it's else, I think the guy almost agreed with that and we're doing that. I'm sitting there for the security guard's office at the hospital. And the phone rings. And this is the phone. And someone on the phone says that they're me. So they phone the hospital, trying to get information on my sister. They're just, it's like the guard's like, you're, jazzing holder or whatever, and you're like, yeah. And she's like, well, that's funny because she's standing right here in front of me. And then he hangs up. So you were literally having that playing surrounded the waves, complete information. So this I don't think it'd be a little further, over obsessing, with celebrities nowadays, with like content creators, and they do things like this. You know, they like you so much, they want to know the information, want to know if they're saying it, or they don't like you so much, or they want to know the next one. Away.
Man, God.
I don't know how I can find that. So I'm gonna have a thing for it or whatever. Either way, people go to extreme measures to get that information, right? And the only person this lady has told was her job and other family members. Other family members don't have to pretend to be her to get information if they want to get information over the phone. So someone from her job is calling a hospital, pretending to be her to get information on verified. No, no, no.
We always in the elevator. Now this is where it's crazy. When we get in the elevator, and you know, I did not think that it was true that this is happening. I'm still like, no, well, I to the body, it's not going to be her, but this picture, you know, it's not, you know, we got it out, and verbals. And when it's moving down, I honestly felt like my shirt just sank. But in my mind, I'm still trying to tell myself, like, there's no way, there's just no way. Like, we're gonna go in there, it's not gonna be her, it's going to be fine, whatever, whatever. So we get down to the bottom floor, it's so it's dark. It's there. And I remember them saying, when you go inside, please, you're not able to touch anything, but don't touch the body, and just, you can't touch the body. So in my mind, I still know there's no, they open the door, and when they open the door, she was laying there. Like she was laying like, I don't know if it was a bed or what it was, but she was laying there and she was kind of like in a wet bag with his like unzipped, and she had like and she was from like from there to here. And the crazy part is, you know, you gotta understand now, it was just kind of like a year, like not even a year and a half ago. And so when we walked in, and she was like just laying in the bed, and like, you know, her eyes were not closed, but they weren't open. She had like a little piece of blood like coming down her nose. And little was in but I still did not believe that she was in the real. Because I was sitting there and I felt like I saw her sleeping. And I just remember like I didn't hear anything around me, nothing around me, like nothing at all. Like, and that's a person. This is part 4, 1. My sister was alive with the man machine. And the next things. And I say this it's not playing on that, you know. So anyway, as I was saying, so we walk into this room when she's laying on the table, and everything literally I can't do anything. Like I literally
So,
I go she's making 20 pounds of the green. And it's supposed that's a literally grabs her and hold her to the field because he was really running to even have this friendly. He was doing service down. It's that's a very and this thing I stopped telling my sister's name. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And she's not running. She's really take those answers.
Yeah, sure, sure.
The story of House Targaryen begins in
Yes, but
bring the victim down. One, two, three, I can't be you. I'm hoping you can come through it. Maybe it's something that you can tell me, raise and understanding. I'm the people headed to this mansion. Oh, you know, it's kind of sensitive. I think it really was a little confused, but I won't mention it. Part of me, if I'm digging it, it had to really be supposed to be. Your questions. Which we did before he made the decision. Can he pass nervous laughing? Did it really have a kind of tough back to him? Yeah, it's back to the hanging your business here. So, Joe now to see something off for him, my chance to reunite with you. I'll do it. That's what I have to do. So I just said it to you, Miss Jackson. I absolutely love you. They want my favorite. They don't compare it. So they get in class. I was afraid of going to my life. Hey Curtis, I encourage you to do a little research on the Wolf family, but you can start reading first. I mean, you're not familiar with the other Wolf fathers. Maybe that's the reason you're talking about. Maybe that's the reason you can argue with somebody trying to convince you. You speak it. I heard you was Bible. Well, I think the reason I know fans, but they like to say. Put your light out there with you. Put your light out with you. Actually, Curtis H. Pay. I put your light out with you. We just many men sin, but don't feel like you. From you need to drink, but you'll make it for the next thing. They wanted you to know you this goddamn. I think you went to the whole down. I can a little more information. Jot down. Fireball. I can still stay again. Fireball, at least let them sleep before you remake. Fireball's running. That's what you used to be. Fireball, and I'm going to. You fire. Don't let them put this light up. Next time you miss mama, I can see you right to her. I'm sorry, Jackson.
For something, you knew that something was not right. Your fight. You now something
This nigga's playing. Hope he knows right. Now that your Bible, but then now they go caution. Enjoy the fear. We tell you to learn more from the loss. We really being this shit open with they jumping. We put the shop and then the candy shop. I make music, not make music. Like, world is different. Live again, what I'm feeling. Like, every time I check in myself, what I be doing. Hey, bitch, you fake. But see, I do that. You know, you need to be good. Then they be the best. Then just be the best. Obligated chicken. Man, come around and demonstrate my wife like that shit just died. Shit. Take my life. I ain't this nigga playing on me. Right. Every time I look like it, I get into it. I need a you know, we make I do real. Feel real. Look at that. Johnson. Yeah. I was saying that you know, you put it in your back. I'll go man. Still, like the chair. It has you. I'm eating niggas to get a motherfucking reputation. I already ain't motherfucking real rap. This nigga started this whole shit. I'm doing that bitch nigga. When niggas been being for it, I'm doing it mouth down, doing it doing it film spots, doing it big. Nigga, just tear right, man. I'm on your motherfucking head. Now I'm just
Find it up over there. You're gonna find it United, you know, tell the holes, the top, and right there, the holes, and go tearing it up. People all want to came out months before the other day, and tell them, and come out and love this from the front head. Nothing, my brother, can I know we were saying these crazy looking people. I want to say this bad. I don't think people like you know, but they got this bad about I didn't think I don't be on the regular. Hit the still about me there. I take my hands. So when I go what's wrong? No. That's the one. That's the one. I brought my paper. I get it. That's interview in the DAs. In that video, when no police is prison, no none of me and my lawyer came right now. Everybody in the text work the same thing. His man working still 50 days. Let me want to yes. So you said thank you. Every time. And y'all saying something like that. That's the whole more to instead of thing. And what is the video trying to make it I took me down. When he said defense, now I got the paperwork shooting his mama said it, Susan said it, baby mama said it, everybody was out there night said the same thing. He turned himself in and next day the shit happened. But when they got the video like he tried to get the video like I said something like the snitching is when you get folks information. Don't try to play like a nigga when to share information to get a nigga arrested. So what a nigga ain't snitch, you know? So he's see what I'm saying? Because you know what? He never said he never said it. Nigga, because it ain't gay. How you know what? It's something. The niggas ain't gonna keep playing with my name. Like, I got the paperwork. The video niggas see me. I played that shit out. I played it out. Niggas took that shit the wrong way. And it's still another the full story. Niggas ain't paying attention. Just looking at that different video. The fact that telling the niggas show other niggas, it ain't fair. Because niggas ain't been in the church with me. I've been in college by myself. Every spot I'm gonna catch y'all, I'm gonna see you. Still by myself, too. Millions of times. Them damn bitch for every nigga. I ain't been with some nigga. Some shit. Them stolen. Oh man, you're out there. You know, some shit. Me and they even show something. I want to say this. Let me see what I'm saying. I don't know this shit. For free. I want to charge him for he's going to shit. Yeah. About that shit. If I say that shit, you can have it for free. Ain't nothing wrong. Nigga even got a conversation. Said, okay, look, let us shake it out. How I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. Nigga went one week and never say something. Ain't no slow. Nigga said they took me from the jump. Don't
Check.
None of you niggas shows. Niggas ain't never took nothing from me, done nothing from me. So what's the issue? Niggas come to me saying, hey, Warren, let me check you out. What the love? Niggas, somebody, nigga, what love? When it was even if niggas was at somebody like, okay, this shit, the hot shit on there, get somebody of it, and nigga check in again, they put a rather me. But they come up on and say, let me check that shit out. What you saying? Everybody only is pull up on I got I said, bro, let me check that shit out. I said, I said, bro, I'm sorry. They're picking up place. That's how they do home base. Everybody wants to see inside this stuff. I'm like, dude, shot it like I don't know, but so nigga spraying. I got right shit. Where baby mama said the same thing. Basically, both of these eight rap boys, the club owner, business managers, the top runner, everybody said the same thing because it's a self-defense game. This ain't no niggas and shit. Never do that. I'm saying, niggas don't know. I saw that shit. No, niggas, I believe all that. So I'm just giving them all this. So if I see a nigga, I don't know, you know what, saying that another nigga shot me, that's petty. So I'm trying to say, if it was another nigga that you felt like, it's all right. That's no nigga shit. Ain't telling no nigga about that. Like, you gonna pull up on nigga, so like, no, right? You ain't, no, I don't believe, I ain't no nigga, my dad went to China, ain't about to tell me, and my brother, if a nigga told on a nigga, this is the first time I sat down with a nigga, that those type of shit, cause I talked to your man, and he said, bro, you self-defense. I said, all right, bring him up and let's talk about this. Exactly, but that's just what if it's two sides to a story, the nigga put something out there, why nigga going one way and not the other way? Because I saw something. I saw it too. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I went. I can't speak for nobody else. What I went with what I saw. What I saw was a nigga in the room saying that another nigga shot up a gun. That's what I saw. And now nigga telling you what it really is. Now that's a different. Okay. All right, it's going no different one from when I see the man just going on the move, right? Or we going to the store and steal some shit. We're gonna make it pay. We going to the store and steal some shit. You walk out the store, you tell the police, I got these chips. You ask my girl, ask all these folks, I got these chips. The folks told me I couldn't get the shit, I got these chips. I can't do that. My shit ain't registered. I'm gone. You turn yourself in. These folks name, my name keep coming up, so who the other person who stole the shit with you? Now, how can somebody tell you when everybody's saying the same thing you said? You know, ain't different. Know what you say? Walk in with the chips. These are the chips I use to crack the nigga in the head with. It's the weapon. Now, you know, I can't tell on you. No, you're right. You 100% right. And that's how that shit looks. Man, that's 100% right. I got my paperwork. We got to my neck. Ain't no page 8 in this. Ain't no 11. None of that. For real. I'm not doing that. Real strictly, I'm here. I'm here early. You can ask your assistant. I'm going to go early. Just let you know what they say, man. Yeah. Ain't I don't need no validation from no nigga because I need to for real. Stand alone with the truth. Like, but I want you to see this so you can understand. Damn, fine, but I'm wrong. For paying you any kind of way and behind your back, anything that's sucker shit. Instead of getting the truth to them, no matter what I ain't saying. But I said if nigga pay me, shit. But nigga behind the door to my fuck them on. Cause boy, everybody come to the city, hey brother, we trying to lock in. I got this shit going on. But these folks on there saying it down. Nigga saying that. Nigga see it doesn't be hand. It's not me in this city why I ain't strong. Oh, they give my hand. Ain't no pressure, man. Nigga no better. Ain't no walk around with it. This from prison. This ain't no made up shit. This shit got conference hands on it. Hand print, man, it's real work. I ain't man, we not killing. The real shit. We can go through it. Every page thing on this man page. But you got 1 to 1,000. What you gonna say?
Nah, it was just like when you was saying that, you know, niggas can paint whatever picture. I don't even think it's necessarily about niggas trying to paint a picture or niggas trying to, you know, I'm sure some people probably did try to spray you, but at the end of the day, like when it came to the video, like Black Steel, like
Fish like that, we know all that. We done sold our own eye. Any kind of nigga trying to speak, I know for a fight, you ain't never even got to fight. Like, come on, now, don't spray no nigga. Let a nigga get off. If a nigga told a nigga, hey man, let him roll in his shit. I'm out here every day. I've been home for 6 years, man, with this shit on, man. Nobody took nothing from me, and I've been in the heart of the trenches. From the core all the way to Chit Chat. No security guard, by myself, let nigga know. But this ain't no sucker shit. I don't got no ops. This man got cousins and aunties and uncles. Ain't nobody trying to. Well, me, together they know, but that boy ain't did that. He ain't did that. Jealousy, man, I'm suffering room from a jealous nigga. I ain't suffering no room from no sucker shit I did. I did 5 years in prison. Never been put on the door, never been a PC, none of that. Nigga, I'm a stand up nigga. And nigga gonna tell you when they home standing up. I ain't tucking nothing. I done had beef with niggas out here. Y'all done seen it. I ain't tucking nothing, nigga. I'm performing this on in front of nigga. Why your whole house, nigga? The fuck who in here, nigga? Cause I'm ready for whatever. You gonna have to kill me. Fuck out of here, man. Nigga finna start playing with me, man. All that fake ass shit. Most of them ain't never been in no kind of case that I've been in. All this shit out of their face. Fuck niggas talking about. Like straight up, and this real shit. This ain't no goof ass trying to, man. I don't do no loud shit. Been home 6 years. I ain't came at nobody about it. Boy came at no nigga wrong, seeing niggas out, man. Ain't nobody what? I ain't pressing on nigga about it, cause nigga ain't pressing me about it. I'm at 21 Savage birthday party. In here, pieces on, man. Nobody f***ing with me. I ain't got no security guard in here. All the gangsters in here, them boys shaking my hand. Ain't nobody looking at me crazy. Somebody in there, I get up out of here. No, nigga, I'm good. So you think niggas is, your whole thing, you think niggas trying to just do that to keep you from doing what you need to do. Cause they know once I get that over, ain't nobody can keep up with me. Nobody can keep up with me. I done showed niggas every item they home out and drop something. Last year had the hot shit. Didn't even with the smut on the name. They ain't on rocking shit. Niggas ain't that. Come on. Niggas know everything they looking for. Packing. It's all about the drops way full, the brands you saying, the releases, the collection essentially. You gonna say that, bro? I'm telling you, bro. I know what niggas like to be in. Like, yeah, everything. So I ain't didn't do it. I think that's been around forever. You know what I'm saying? I think just how you got social media and everything, I think that shit always been around. Even all that whole thing right there. I didn't want the phone. I didn't want them to know I had like crack. I get 559. See, all that.
What? To look at the packet every other week.
Getting famous.
I said, you just want to tell me this. You like it. I said, we get an inspector in 2 weeks.
And what you don't see is that in every crash says medical bills, repairs, time off of work, helping, look in cash in that crash. So much there. There's cash in almost any bang, pop, slam, crack, smash, or boom. Animal altercation, cash. Pedestrian pandemonium, cash. Motorcycle mishap, cash. Big or small, it's worth the call of crash to cash. We'll maximize your compensation to get you help. After an accident, no cash means trouble with your health, medical bills, your mortgage, and your relationships. You deserve to keep everything you have for you. Cash or crash will come to clutch. We've seen it all. I took him back. Unrelated. So after your next bang, pop, slam, crack, smash, and boom, see what I see. There's cash in that crash. We'll crash the cash. Remember, we don't get paid until you get cash. This is an exact network exclusive. No, I'm on keep on the hold. Say fire read. Man, look. Oh, fire read. It's just how I did it, where it's like ain't nobody went this way. Anybody, I mean, like, how you know? Cause that's what I'm about to do with my shit. You gonna say that, bro? I'm telling you, bro. I know what niggas mind be at, bro. I'm on the same type time. They ain't gonna look like I'm by your shit. I called you out, so you know I couldn't go. Anybody out, please do it. We still got the start from phone. Exactly, but I'm just saying, I'm doing it still, but I'm just keeping what I'm saying. I call out because ain't nobody did that. I know what nigga mind gonna go. Nigga mind gonna go somewhere else for this shit. Yeah, so like, when I'm reading, as I'm reading some of the. Well, let's talk about it. Y'all ready? Yeah, that's all. Oh, so yeah, we in what? We in it already. It's already. We already in the middle of it. Yeah, make sure we look. I'm gonna pop it out, man. I'm strapped. I'm strapped with one of these motherfuckers. I'm gonna lift it up like this up. Make sure we ain't looking crazy up here. Okay. All right, you ready? We ready. All right, so look, I'm telling you, look, the audio part. Cause I be listening to audio books. Wait on later night. Listen, let's get some game, find some game. You know what I mean? Music don't understand anything. Most of the time, so with my audio book, it's unique in a couple ways. One is that I'm reading it. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy reading. You know what I mean? I'm a great reader. So if I'm reading, boy, it got like production in the back. So when I'm describing certain scenes, so my book, the voice in my head is not. It's about intuition. It's like about
have a voice in your head that I don't know. I used to think like, man, the streets taught me this, but I think just life will teach you that. Just like, you got it. Yeah, yeah. You got it. Yeah, and you just have to tap into it. So for me, I'm having these. I'm just like having these voices in my head. I can understand them clear. It's telling me yes, no, don't do it. I understand. It's not loud. It's not nothing like that. And so in the book, I'm telling these stories on how like listen to my voice that this happened, explaining like what happened. You know, when I'm explaining what happened in that scene, you'll hear production of what's going on in that scene. So, a story that I tell in the book, for example, let me see one example. I went to school in Alabama. Yeah, I went to Alabama State. You know what I'm saying? I'm an Atlanta nigga. Um, I'm hustling before I go to this school, and I go to this school because some stuff happened with me in high school. So now it's like this is what God put me towards in Alabama. So I'm like in Montgomery, and I'm really like, how like it's gangsters everywhere. It's like street niggas everywhere, but like I'm a city Atlanta nigga, you know what I mean? And I ain't disrespecting that turf, but at the same time, just tell ain't around things, you know what I mean? So I go down there with box Chevy. You know what I'm saying? I got a Chevy and I got a Cadillac. My Cadillac already got rims on it, you know what I'm saying? My Chevy got rims, but I'm looking to swap my rims out, you know what I mean? And so they got all these locals on campus that just be like walking on campus, whatever. So some niggas seen my car, walked up to my butt. Like, man, got some rims from home, you know what I'm saying? You want to check them out? Blah, blah, blah. 4500. Let it get the number. I go to my little spot. As soon as I go to my spot, this is no cap. Some say, boy, put that money in your nuts, something like that. You put that money, goddamn, buy me a foot or something like that, right? And it's before I'm rich, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, so before that, I became rich, you know what I'm saying? I was cow. I'm trying to do it like that, but yeah, before I got rich, so oh, definitely that. Yeah, yeah, that's look, man, we go pull up on these country niggas, man, just as sure as I knew it, these niggas up fire. What that? What nigga? Shit. So my buddy, we were like, man, yeah, so some niggas seen my car, brought it to my buddy. And we got some rounds from home, you know what I'm saying? Check them out. Blah, blah, blah. 4500. Buddy get the number. I go to my little spot. As soon as I go to my spot, this is no cap. Some say, boy, put that money in your nuts, something like that. You put that money in bottom of your foot or something like that, right? And this before I'm rich, you know what I'm saying? I'm just before what? I became rich. I was a little scout. I'm gonna try to do it like that, but before I got rich, so oh, definitely that. Yeah. Look, man, we gonna pull up on these country niggas, man. Just to show us I do it. These niggas up fire. Like, what the that? Fuck nigga, all this old shit. So my buddy with me, like, man, so I ain't no money. I ain't come to see us. I just come to see us. Boy, you know how they do it. They shoot you. Yeah, hell no. Hit my buddy in the head with the fire. He falling out all the shit. These niggas that's it. But then I'm looking at him in the eye, and he hit home with the fire. I do the goddamn. Hey man, I don't have that, you know what I mean? I don't get that shirt on back. Nigga ran off, you know what I'm saying? I can tell my buddy, bro, you good? Country nigga don't try me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get on that, but it's just little stories like that I really like. And this might be like, bro, I really did the same thing. Yeah. Don't leave shit like. Yeah. But it automatically comes to me. Yeah. Like sometimes we need all the shit and that outcome would have been different. Absolutely. We know it a lot of times. We know it a lot. So the book is about not ignoring it. That and I feel like when I have listened to the voice, it has put me in a good. It has put me where I am now, like by listening to it. So I'm figuring like If they say God is in you, you made an image of God in the voice in your head. If it's coming from a love, it's got to be good.
Bro, what the yeah, I think it's to tap in, bro. I swear to God, bro. I'm seeing this shit. It's like I just said this shit on that's on my page. I'm like, bro, when you praying, really, you just talking out loud of what you already know. Your conversation, like the voice in your head is God. That's the truth, bro.
Yeah,
Because you already know.
yeah, yeah.
Everything is intuition, bro. Like you just said, like, I ain't dreaming, man. I'm finna go see y'all ain't got some damn, but this money finna be, you better find
You did a good job.
yeah, man. But that's just like a scenario. But I know that shit happens.
Every day. No, this is every day. Right. Every day I hear this boy last night. Man, I was so tired of last night. You know what I'm saying? But what a second, you got to get up. You had to fix it for somebody. You got to get up and get this work. It's you the one they falling back on. You the one they depend on. So you can't. You know, and it's okay to get tired. But I'm like, man, I sleep. You know, I sleep in a little later. You know what I'm saying? But it's always a voice, my dog. It's telling me what routes to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being from the streets and all that stuff, I've been conscious of like avoiding. I know this sounds correct, avoiding roadblocks where they could potentially be, especially on my earlier. When I come up on the south side, we would know where they would be. You know, and I'd be conscious of just routes where it might be a lot of police traffic. That's the old. You know what I'm saying? Now I see police, but it's just like my mind, this voice. Now, I do got a chapter in here called like the voice, but we all got that. Everybody got the voice, and some people just live there. Some people just live like they just stay right there. You can't, yeah. Some people just stay right there, just ignore everything. You know what I'm saying? But and I almost did it. You know, thought about it. Yeah, sometimes the outcome being okay. Sometimes we shouldn't have done it. So I think the book just like when they was time for me to do a book, most artists they do autobiography, you know what I'm saying? Talk about their lives. And then they try to like the struggle be so big. So it's like no rap nigga had both parents. No rap nigga lived in the house. No rap nigga let rap niggas tell it. No rap nigga go finish school. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff there. So I didn't want to make it like it looks like it's directly based off like the intuition that either led or kept me doing those things. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to do, and I never want to do what everybody else is doing. I think that's what makes me unique and what makes me legendary and keeps my legacy going. That you know, if you hear some music or see something from me for as marketing, it's original. It's me. Yeah.
Nah, I was gonna take that you got it like 1-to-1. That nigga did 1-to-1. Like Jane, it's just like it's on some shit that's on flowers. Never no sort of shit. Always about you, baby. It's always you. Unique, like you said. It just and I take my head out to those. What you think? Shake your mindset and your perspective on life.
Your mind will shake me.
Rented Palms is your go-to for luxury beauty for less. Secure genuine and beauty staples at up to 80% off retail prices. I picked up YSL Lead Lip Perfume at a great price without paying full retail. And these, the YSL Myself and the Valentino Uomo Born in Roma. They're not just fragrance. I also picked up the MAC lipstick, the Clinique mascara, color wow dream coat for my hair. With over 40,000 authentic products, trusted since 1997, and fast shipping, fragrance.com makes it easy to shop smarter while still indulging in luxury.
Earlier, me like I'm an only child, so I ain't have big cousin that I was able to like shadow and mirror coming up. Like, my cousin, they from like Great Boulevard, Portugal, you know what I mean? So I'm somebody like at a very young age, my father, now he wasn't, my father and my father got into something with my mom, and they just dropped me off, or just dropped me off with my cousin in Boulevard, in Portugal. Like, I can't even remember how long, but I was only like 4 years old. And you know what I'm saying? And just being around them. And they weren't necessarily hustlers at the time, some were athletes, but they were just always in the street. They was always walking across punts. It was, first, and I just remember, me, confident, they twins. And I got an older cousin, cat out. They just were like confident in the street, being confident in the street. So, that gets you a certain amount of respect, you know what I mean? And just moving with them, like I said, walking across punts, stopping traffic. I remember my cousin handfuls of cards. I mean, slow that shit down. My little cousin gonna walk across the room, you know what I mean? I'm just be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You heard, you know what I mean? Just moving with them. And I played basketball at MLK at 7 years old, you know what I mean? I was at King Center, being around that, moving around, man. It's like I say Southside and College Park, but I ain't really had that stability. I was coming up, you know what I mean? It was, Counter Road, Mr. Board, Eastwood, you know what I'm saying? One of those. Or any, yeah, you know what I mean? I went to Russian Park. It was fun that I was telling her, say maybe duty. But somebody I seen, I was like, bro, I used to stay on both parts of the countryside. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really from Decatur. But I went to high school on the south side. And so, when you go to high school and things that it's just one way, it's on around. So, like, I think just moving around Atlanta, different places, whether standing in Pittsburgh or Bunker Street or whether staying, whatever week I had to stay at coming up, West End, all of that, you gonna always meet somebody. Like me, I'm hooping, I'm going to the West End, hooping, meeting nigga. So all that stuff just shaped me. It's really more like, I have a major in psychology, so they talk about nature versus nurture. Like, you, somebody that, like, you raised from, like, you get a lot of your game from your parents, or is it more the nature part outside in the streets? And I feel like a lot of mine is like the nature part outside.
Okay. I can take it. Make to feel like shit. All of it. Like, that's what you do. You hustle. Give you hustle rap game. See you hustle. But what made you start that shit first? What made you write a book now?
Did everything, so I ain't did no book. You know what I'm saying? I did my short film. I did a short film, shot out my own pocket. It's called Red Clay. I'm looking to get funding for that, so I can turn that into a series. So it's like I'm on my 8th or 9th album. Damn, can you keep on having the albums on? And I'm still having fun doing the music, but I want to bring something unique to the book world. Like I say, my audio version has production in it. This book right here is not like a normal memoir. You know what I'm saying? It's just like something I feel like if you read it, I think somebody, because I know my mom been messing with me a little bit. Wife, they've been hitting me with it. Oh yeah, something told me. Because I'm telling them, like, when you say something told me, that be the voice. You know what I'm saying? That's something. That's it. So they know this. So they've been doing a joke. And some told me you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, well, I got you. So I just think it's just time for me to just spread my wings and just take some creative risks.
You don't seem to see like, the flip, whatever. You've been what's what you think the difference between Atlanta being in another one over the time?
They say, man, all that back in the day, they want us to throw that whole history away, but it made us at the time. But so they want to throw. I know back in the day, some of the so I mostly so I'm old enough to it's a long story. I've been to James shit, you know what I'm saying? I remember James sitting the coast, I know he had to be real shit. So I literally went from I remember when they went from standing outside, and everybody rushed a car. Yeah, I remember that. And then I remember we got organization. Like in Pittsburgh, when the cars and stuff ran out, it'd be like people take turns. Like the next thing you know a car coming in, everybody ain't running no more. It's getting a little bit more organized. And then then people got phones, and then it just started moving. Everything started progressing. But early on, I know it was really like a lot of community. It's still like that, but like it was street community. It wasn't like gang stuff, but it was like community. It's 20, 30 partners. Sometimes people going in on packs together. Some people going in on places together, spots together. Very, very little snaking going on from the outside. A lot of the snaking was going on basically with your partner. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I said, wait. Like, I'm from an area where your partner has might steal something from you, but then he gonna help you look for it. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you ain't got to go to the bank here and say who came over here and broke in the spot. It's like nigga, you know what I mean? And so when you grow up around that type of stuff, I think you first of all you have trust issues, but you know how to move different. I'm not in the streets right now, but when I look in the streets right now, I see zero loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Zero loyalty. And not to say like, I can't say it's loyalty for long, but breaking the shit have to look. I'm not talking about it from that perspective. I'm talking about like, really, I'm talking about area where niggas check on niggas' mama. Yeah, niggas. Everybody mama named mama. You know what I'm saying? Nobody seen nobody dad. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what none of our daddy look like until, you know what I mean? And we just, and now, I know now, especially being involved with like youth sports and all that, it's nothing but daddies. It's a lot of daddies. Daddies are very much a part of kids' lives. And then as far as in the streets, I don't want to get into like snitch. I think that's been around forever. You know what I'm saying? I think just how you got social media and everything, I think that shit always been around. You know what I mean? And all of that stuff. But for the most part, you know, the difference between the old Atlanta and the new Atlanta is that you have black people on a lot of the dirt, a lot of the businesses. I think early Atlanta, until they got black people in office, they started opening up doors for us. But I just you know, for me just growing up in the city, you know, once the BMF dudes, they crew came, I think the hustle amplified. I think the hustle amplified. I remember like hustling and not wanting nobody to know. Yeah. I remember being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I was first starting to get on, like be around dude and all that whole thing right there. I ain't want to know I had like crack. I did 5 by 9. I did 5 by 9. Like, what you like that? Crack, yeah, I have crack. That's how they did. They can't believe it. Like, bro, crack. I'm saying crack. You like, dude, you don't say that. Yeah, but I'm leaving 5 by 9. And me, the nigga, was at the store. Yeah. At the showroom, but they like, what you doing? Walking in, now it's like, nigga, show you they whole pack, show you everything. So I just from the area where I think it was a little bit more discreet. And then I know when the female people came, they was like, they kind of amplified the hustle. So then that was when I first got my first one car. I was like old school. I was just like trying to get cars that you couldn't notice me. You know what I'm saying? When these niggas come down the street, 200, whatever kind of car they, I'm like, I'm having paid for this. I'm just sitting on it. People, me, you know what I'm saying? It's me. This too. You know what I mean? So, you know.
I mean, see, what era do Atlanta do you think was the best era? Like just for music, for everything.
Oh, should be helpful. Like, you know,
Like Town 5.
it's crazy. It's crazy because I want to say,
because the temper breeze goes up to 2 degrees north all night long. Like those near the temper breeze actually
because I want to say, I gotta give Jesus his. Like in that Tropic Night era was very strong. That Tropic Night era was very, very strong. I think Future has lived many eras and just made the city that thing look amazing. You know, came in, Outcast, man, that Gleason era. So I think Atlanta has had different era. I won't say one is the best era. Even if you think about like, you know, Migos kicked the door in and it's just like, it sounded different in person. Like you heard that, hated it. You know what I'm saying? So Like it was, you know, like that era.
Violence. Each era you have, you know, they have emotion. Each one of them, God beats. Yeah.
Put the blinders on, get it wrong, like, it just be confident in your own skin, whether you up or down in the middle. You know what I'm saying? That's been my superpower. Like, even if I'm down,
Yeah.
I got to smile, 'cause I know God will lead me. Like, then I put my faith in, I believe, you know what I mean? So I just know if I'm down, I'm just going through a normal cycle of life. Like, this is this life. I can't be in a winning streak. I just can't be. I done had paper a long time. I've been blessed. Like, I've been, I've been blessed. You know what I'm saying? So, when I first got you, $1,000, never got under that. I was trying to get I was trying to get 10 dollar bills, you know what I'm saying? And I remember, you relate, you know what I'm talking about. You get that $1,000, put it in the shoebox, never touch this again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming out the house dead broke. I won't eat until I make a plate. You know what I'm saying? That's just shit. That's just.
Nah, that nigga said some shit there. I ain't done with other that.
Never. Once you got it, you know, you got the 100, you got your 50, you made your 120, you know what I mean? Then you get your 1,000. And then you like, nigga, 100 of these.
Did you risk it or you just kill ground, get it out the word the same way you get it? Like, did you ever risk, like, fuck that, I'm gonna be up the whole 1,000, fuck them.
I done some stupid shit or some real.
Yeah, some real shit, like, retarded.
Oh shit.
Like the last time,
the box and lost the money in your pocket gambling. Know you got some money in the box. I'll be back. Go to that box, paying that box up. So I mean, you know, it's like puberty. It's like Atlanta, adolescents in Atlanta just different. It's just so different, man. We all just like end up connecting some kind of way. Whether going to Flame on the west side, some on the east side, or whatever. You just end up because everybody, I think, where they come from, like they be the, when you get to run into people often, you just realize like he the man on Edgewood, he the man of history, he the man of South. You just build and you just build a rapport. You start seeing somebody in the bounce, you start seeing players.
Yeah, it's respect.
It was mutual respect.
It just grow. It's time about now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, bro? Y'all doing?
Yeah.
And it just stay that until it be something else in the future. That's real shit. That because I can respect you from afar. I like that though. Like, but that my man when I see him, and my man, he trying to every day with niggas. That's what niggas.
Yeah, not trying to every day with nigga, they gonna rob you and have to look for it.
Yeah, exactly. Something gonna go wrong. What you think your responsibility is of being a legend from the city?
Being in the room that some people can't get in, getting the information and then sharing it. You know what I'm saying? Sharing it with people that can't get the information, whether it's investments, getting involved with venture capitalists, getting involved with properties, getting involved with businesses like we in Candyland, you know what I'm saying? Black owned strip club, one of them in the city. Just, I think sharing that information because I'm able to be in a lot of those rooms through my growth and maturation and blessings. I'm in rooms that a lot of us don't be able to get in. So I think my legacy would be get this information and tell people who may not know, give them an opportunity to flourish and build generational wealth within their community and their